In a time of despair, when Judah was crumbling under the weight of idolatry, injustice, and the threat of Babylonian conquest, one voice cried out in defiance of the nation's spiritual decay: Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. His message was both a warning of destruction and a whisper of hope, a promise of a new covenant that would transform hearts forever. But could the people of Judah, deafened by their rebellion, hear God's promise through Jeremiah before it was too late? Jeremiah's prophetic journey began during the reign of King Josiah, a reformer who sought to bring Judah back to God. But despite Josiah's efforts, the people's faithfulness was shallow. They worshipped idols, mistreated the poor, and turned their backs on God's law. Jeremiah's task was daunting: to call a hardened nation to repentance and deliver God's judgment if they refused. His message was dire. Jeremiah warned of the coming Babylonian invasion, the destruction of Jerusalem, and the exile of its people. "The days are coming," he proclaimed, "when the Lord will cast away this land as a potter discards a broken vessel." His cries of lament earned him ridicule, imprisonment, and even death threats from his own people. Yet amidst this gloom, God revealed to Jeremiah a vision of restoration. He promised a new covenant, unlike the one made with their ancestors at Mount Sinai. This covenant would not be written on stone tablets, but on the hearts of the people. God declared, "I will put my law within them, and I will write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. No longer shall they teach one another, saying, 'Know the Lord,' for they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest. For I will forgive their iniquity and remember their sin no more." This radical promise offered hope in the face of despair. But it also demanded profound transformation, a relationship with God based on love and obedience from within, not external rituals. The day of reckoning arrived. Babylonian forces laid siege to Jerusalem, and the city fell in 586 BC. The temple, the symbol of God's presence, was reduced to rubble. Many were killed or taken captive. Everything Jeremiah had foretold came to pass. In exile, the people mourned their loss and began to grasp the depth of their unfaithfulness. It was in this moment of despair that Jeremiah's prophecy of the new covenant resonated deeply. The old ways had failed. The people realized their need for a deeper connection with God, one that could endure beyond temple walls and geographic boundaries. Centuries later, the new covenant was fulfilled in the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. Through his death and resurrection, the law was written on the hearts of his followers, as Jeremiah had prophesied. The forgiveness of sins and the intimate relationship with God became accessible to all who believed. Jeremiah's words echo through history as a testament to God's unyielding love and his desire to redeem humanity. Despite the failures of the past, the new covenant ushered in a hope that endures, a promise that God's presence would dwell within his people forever. Jeremiah's story is one of heartbreak and hope, a vivid reminder of the cost of rebellion and the beauty of God's grace. His vision of the new covenant challenges us even today. Are we willing to let God transform our hearts, or will we cling to the broken ways of the past? The choice is ours, but the promise remains: a God who forgives, redeems, and restores.